So our today's topic is string handling in Java. So what do you mean by a string? A quick confirmation, like quick answer in the chat box, please. What is a string? What is a string? Very good. So collection of characters, D4, okay. Collection of characters, a group of characters, very good. So a few more answers I'm getting. D4, E5, very good. Any answers? A group of characters, good. E9. Please respond so that we'll understand. No, it will be like an interactive session. So otherwise, listening to your video, it will be like listening to your video. I don't want to make it like this. I want to be a more interactive session so that you and me will, can discuss. Oh, it is a character array. Very good. Very good. One answer is 5 from 19,510. Okay, she told like it is a character array. Okay, a collection of alphabets. It's not that only alphabets. It can be any characters, any valid characters. Okay, very good. Oh, very good. Okay, right. So a pack of characters. Very good. Right. So a sequence of Unicode characters. 5A4. Very good. Very good. Unicode characters. You have to remember all these terminologies. You see, when the class comes, various answers will get. A group of characters enclosed in a double quotes. Oh my God. Correct. So Ramya, what is your roll number? Very good. A group of characters which are enclosed in a double quotes. So very good. Let us see. Let us see from my end also. Right. A string is a collection of characters placed in a double quotes. Very simple answer. Very good. A string is a sequence of characters placed in a double quotes. Now, let the few people are waiting in the lawn. I'll admit all. Great. So a string is a sequence of characters placed in a double quote. So strings are the constants. Once you assign a value to a string, you can't modify it. So please understand, it is a very, very important point. Once you assigned any value to a string, you can't modify it. So their values you can't modify or change in the same memory after they are created. So strings are immutable in nature. Immutable in the sense you can't change it. So whatever string, every string we are creating is actually an object of type called string. You know, whatever string we are using in Java, it is an object of a string class. So strings constants are actually a string objects. So example, let us see one example. System.out.println. Here you can see here, this is a string, comma 2. This overall is a string. This is a string, comma 2 is a single string. Single string. Let us see a few more examples. In Java, in Java, there are 4 predefined classes are there to create as well as to manipulate these strings. In Java, there are 4 predefined classes are there in order to create as well as to manipulate these strings. Manipulate in the sense to perform some operations on the string. To perform some operations on the string. There are 4 different classes are available. First class is string, second class is string buffer, third class is string builder, and the fourth class is string tokenizer. String builder, string buffer are the classes defined in java.lang package, and all are final. All are final, and the all are going to extend, going to implement character sequence interface. So let me ask you a question, a quick question, and you need to answer in the chat box. All right. You know why the string buffer, and string builder are the final? What is the use of final keyword in Java? If you use final keyword, what is the use? A quick confirmation in the chat box, please. What is the use of? No, they can't modify it. Absolutely, very good. Yeah. What is the string's behavior? The string behavior is once the value is assigned to a string, you can't modify it. Suppose S1 is a string. I assigned a value called Java. You can't modify again some other value. You can't modify else. For declaring an entity, oh my god, what is the reason? What is an entity? Very good. You can't modify it. Very good. So once a value, any other simplified answer? Can we say it is like, to declare a constants in Java? Can I say like that? Once a value is there, you can't modify it, right? Can I say like, constants? Yes, quick confirmation in the chat box, please. Very good, right. So you can also say like that, very simply, once a value is assigned, you can't modify it. Once the value assigned to a string, you can't modify it. So that is the reason the string buffer, string builder are the classes are by default final in the nature. Final in the nature. So let us see what are the string handling mechanisms we have. String handling. So how can you handle the strings? What are the different mechanisms we have? How many ways you can handle? What is the first operation? String handling in the sense, string operations. What are the operations we can perform on the strings? What are the operations you can perform? Compare two strings. You can search for a substring. You can concatenate two strings. You can change the case of a letters within a string. Within a string. So let me quickly ask you a question. What else you can do? What are the other operations you can do? Suppose you can see here, you can compare two strings, you can search for substring, you can concatenate two strings, you can change the case of a strings. What else? What are the other operations you can perform? A quick confirmation in the chat box. You can split it. Achha, you can split means what? You can divide into, you can repeat the substring. Achha, you want to repeat in the sense, yeah, you can replace. Okay, you can replace the substrings. Very good. A6, you can replace. You can join in the sense concatenate. You can compare, that I have given already. Other than this, what I can see you can do? Intent. What is intent? 5A4. Can you give me what is intent? Okay. Compare to substring. Yes, please go through it. What are the other operations you can do? Add. What do you mean by add? You can add two strings. That means you can concatenate. Adding is not possible in case of strings. Please write down. You can yes, you can find out the length of a string. Very good. A6. You can find out the length of a string. Okay. Okay. You can replace. You can replace. That's another correct answer. E7 correct. You can replace the strings. And you can trim. Yeah, very good. What is the trimming? Yes, you can, trim in the sense white spaces you can remove. Very good. Very good. 510. You can trim. 5E7. What is that? I. Okay. Right. You please respond no, so that you can compare. I've given already. Intent means canonical representation. Maybe. Okay. It means canonical representation. I don't understand. Okay, no problem. We'll understand clearly. Don't worry. Don't worry. All right. What else operations you can do? Please respond. Very low response. What is the reason? I don't know. Even type no. Or if can I make you people unmute or what? If I make unmute, it will be like a fish market. That is the reason I'm not unmuting all the participants. You can find the index of a character. That's a correct. You can find the index of a character. That means, suppose in Java, what is the index of V? You can find out. It is 3, right? 0, 1, 2, 2, right? It can be used to return a string from the memory. Okay, all right. Okay, I understood. Now I understood. You can extract the substring I've given here. Okay, you can extract the substring. Okay. You can split it into two strings. I think you are forgetting about the basic function, basic operation you people are forgetting. Yes, exactly. If I see not good, very good, very good. You can reverse a string. That's the basic, right? Okay, you can reverse a string. What else? Yeah, you can compare equal, right? So let us go ahead with this one. Let us go ahead. So how can you create a string object? In order to create a string object, there are two possibilities are there. One is string literal and the other one is with the help of string class only you can do. One is with the help of direct string literal, and the second one is with the help of new keyword. You can see here, S1 I am using here. So you can see I am creating S1 object. You know, I am adding Java, and I am creating S2 literal. I am again giving the same string Java, and I am creating another object with the help of new keyword. With the help of new keyword. Now this time also I am giving same name. No problem. You can give the name. But if you are doing or if you're giving the same words, what happens internally, I would like to explain now. If you are giving different names, it's a different case. If you are giving same names, what happens, I would like to explain now. All right, you can see here. If you are giving same names, you can see here S1 and S2 I'm giving, I have assigned same value Java, and the S1 and S2 are pointing to same location. When I've created a new string S3 with the help of new keyword, a separate memory space is created and the S3 is pointing to new location. You need to understand here, it is very clear. Whenever you are creating with the help of string literal S1 and S2 with the same words, memory location is common for them. Memory location is common for them. Whenever you are using a separate string S3 with the help of new keyword, then separate memory location will be created for that particular word. You can see, you can observe like this, right? You can observe in the diagram, right? Now, there are different constructors are available for creating Java, or sorry, for creating strings. One is default constructor, and the second one is a string with parameterized string. String constructor, you can pass the directly string. Here you can pass the character array. Here you can pass the byte array. You can pass the character array from location, number of characters. Offset in the sense from which location onwards you want to send, from which offset, right? You can from the bytes, from the byte also, from which location you want to send. I will give you examples so that you will understand. You can see here, I am creating a character array. Congrats, congrats, I'm creating a character array, and I'm having a byte array also. 82, 65, some byte array I'm creating. These are the two different arrays I've created, string arrays, and yeah, okay. Now I'm having two different arrays here. I'm making use of two different arrays. I'm creating two more objects, S1 and S2. S1 I have used a string array, character array. Byte array I'm using for S3. You can, sorry, S4. For this, I am creating from, so to hold for a while. Right. You can see character array A, and I'm starting from 1, that is 0, 1. So from 1 to 5. You can see whenever it is a 5, you need to count up to 4 only. You need to count up to 4 only. It is 1, 2, 3, 4. That is, in case of S2, O, N, G, R will be saved in S2. However, in case of A, all congrats will be saved. All congrats will be saved in A. How about in case in S1? How about in S2? Only O, N, G, R will be saved. The reason is I am using another constructor. All right, a quick confirmation in the chat box. What is a constructor? Can you please tell me what is a constructor? So respond in the chat box. What is a constructor? Yes, please respond. The constructor is having the same name as class name. Yeah, very good, correct answer. The construct by A6, very good. Ramya, okay. Ramya is saying use it to initialize the objects. No, same name as class name. By B3, to initialize the variables, same name as class name with different parameters. Okay, correct answer. Created by using new operator. You have to, yeah, it is there with the new operator. That's correct. Okay. Initialize the objects. Okay, set the initial values. Very good. You can set the initial values. Very good, very good, very good. You have some idea on the constructors. Very good. So good, good. So all right. Are you clear with the examples, right? Are you clear with these examples? What will be there with the S5? What is there in the S5? A quick confirmation in the chat box, please. What will be there in the S5? You can see in the screen what will be there in the S5 from the B array. What will be there in the B array? Can you please respond? B array is 44 array element and 44. What? Why it is? Where is it 44? In this array, I don't have the 44. Okay, it's not 4. Please understand. From this particular B's array, we need to start from the index 4 and we need to end with the 4. No, rats is wrong answer. Please have an idea. Please see that. I will explain in case of A. In case of A, I start with 1, that is O, up to 5. That is what I have to calculate up to 4. So, what will be there? Yes, very good B7. It is 75. Correct answer. So, the 75 is the correct answer. Okay, please have an idea. Good. Because it's from 4 to 4. At the same location, you want to stay back. Good. Please have an idea. Now we can, what are the different operations you can perform on the strings? First operation is you can concatenate. You can concatenate two strings with the help of the plus symbol. You see, you can concatenate two strings here. I am concatenating he is with the age. Age is another string. He is with the help of plus sign. I am concatenating two strings, and again concatenating with the another string. So you can concatenate any strings with using the plus symbol. And what is another advantage is you can make, using the concatenation to prevent long lines. You can write like this. You can write like this. This could have been plus and a very long line that could have been. You can do like this. You can have the plus at the ending. Plus is used for concatenation of two strings. So clear, right? Now, what is that? Another thing is you can also concatenate two different data types also. See here, age is integer type and the string is S. So you can concatenate the integer type as well as the string also. So how I'm concatenating? With the same plus operator, you can concatenate string plus age. You can concatenate like this. Are we clear, right? Right. So someone has told that you can perform some operations like length of a string. So you can find out the length of a string with the help of the length function. With the help of the length function, you can find out the length of a string. You can see here. May I know what is the length of the string right now? Yeah, in the chat box, quick response. What is the length of the string right now? Number of characters, very good. What is the number of characters? Count, yes, it is 3. So the answer is 3. Very good. I think everybody is listening. All right, good. So the answer is 3. Now, this is another slide. This is for extracting the characters from the string. So how can you extract the characters? We can make use of char at function, and we need to pass the index value. So here you see there is a string called ABC dot. I am using char at function. I am passing the value index 1. I want the character which is placed in first location. Here it is 0th location and the first location is B. Now ch is a variable is assigned with a value called B. So caret function is used for getting the individual characters. What if I want a group of characters? Then I will use getChars function, getChars. So use it to obtain set of characters from the string. So getChars function. This getChars function is used for retrieving the number of characters from the string from that particular array you can get. From this S, I want from 0 to 4. From B, I want from, 4 characters. All right. Now, if I want to convert this string into an array, a collection of character array is nothing but a string. You can also convert a string into character array also. You can convert a string into a character array also with the help of to-char array method. With the help of to-char array method, these are the examples you can see. Now, you can compare the strings. Another operation you can perform on the strings is you can compare. So there is a method called equals method. There is a method we have equals method. This equals method is used for comparing the equality of two strings. So whenever you are comparing equals with the help of equals method, equals method is strictly case sensitive. That means capital letters and the small letters is going to identify. So if you want to ignore the case, you have to use a function called equals ignore case function. Equals ignore case you have to use. That function you have to use. And the other one. And we have the other methods starts with and ends with. What is the use of these functions is, if you want to find out all the student names whose name starts with some S character, then I'll use starts with. Whose name ends with X, then I'll use ends with. So these are the methods you have associated with the comparison of strings. Now we have this string comparison. We have another method compare to. Now see, for string comparison, we have equals method, equals ignore case, and we have the starts with and ends with, and we have the compare to method. And the other and last method is compare to method. What is this method? This will compare two strings and returns three different values. If two strings are equal, it will return to 0. If the first string is greater than second string, it will return greater than 0 value. If the first string is less than the second string, it returns you less than the 0 value. How are you going to use? I'm typing in the chat box. So you see here, S1 is equal to Java temp. What is the value? S1 is equal to Java temp. S2 is equal to Java ONE1. Now if I want to compare, sorry, it is S2 is equal to Java ONE1. So you can see here S1 is equal to Java 10 and S2 is equal to, sorry, I just did not type. Yes, now can you able to see now? S1 is equal to Java 10, S2 is equal to Java 1. You see here. Yes. Can you people tell me? Sorry, I'm just modifying S1 value. Java 10. Right. You see now compare the recent S1 and the S2 value. Which one is bigger string? Which one is the bigger string? Click confirmation in the chat box, please. S1 or S2? S1. What is the reason? Yeah, some are saying both are equal. Both are equal. Very good. Both are equal. Hey, may I know what is the reason both are equal? What is the reason? Can you people tell me? No, the answer is wrong. Not equal. Please make sure. No. S1 is equal to, once again I'm typing as it is going back. Java temp. S1 is equal to Java temp. S2 is equal to what? S2 is equal to, oh sorry. S1 is equal to Java temp. S2 is equal to Java 1. Now you see which one is bigger string? Equal is wrong answer, please. Yeah, the reason S1 is big. What is the reason? May I know? B3. Okay, yes, people are saying it now. It is S1. What is the reason? May I know? May I know the reason, please? Yeah, it is dictionary order. Very good. You have to compare in the dictionary order. You see, make sure you know case instance. You have to compare in terms of dictionary order. Compare to method will compare two strings in a dictionary order, whereas equals method will compares in the case instance. Case instance. There is a case instance method, right? Hope everyone is clear now with this data. Now let's proceed to the next operations. You can search for a string. So how can you search? I want to find out in this particular S2, in this chat box, I'm just typing in the S2 whether, yes, in the S2 whether O is there or not. Then I will find out index of method. With the help of index of method, if I want to find out index of that particular character, index of S1 dot index of T. What is the index of T now? Can you confirm in the chat box? What is the index value of T? Index value of T. S1 dot index value of T. Very good. D4, it is correct answer 4. 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. T is the correct answer 4. So index of method will returns you the location of a particular character. Right? What is the last index of method? Last index of method. Now I am typing S3 is equal to Java tempt. Now I'm giving you, please now see that. Now see, now please make sure. Now I'm giving one more string here. It is S3. S3. Try to find out the last index of T. Last index of the T. Last index of T. Yeah, it is 7. Why not it is 4? Why not it is 4? Last index will returns you the last occurrence of a T, and the index of will returns you first index. I hope you have understood. Very good, very good. So 7 is the correct answer. Now let's proceed with the next thing. So you can use index of method, last index of method. If you want to find out from a specific location also, you can find out with this method. You can see start index. You can from that index onwards you can search. This is something different. Index of method is different. Index of ch comma start index is different. Right. If I want to search from this particular location, I will use this method. Right. Now let us see what else you can do. You can modify a string. You can here modify in the sense you can get this substring. You can get this substring. How will you get this substring? You can see here there is a string A, B, C, D, F, G. I am having a T. S dot substring of T. Oh, sorry, 2. So what is that I will get? 0, 1, 2. I am going to store C here. C. Now in this case of you see here I am having S dot substring of 1, 4. 0, 1. I'll start from 1. 1, 2, 3. You need to have this is upper bound minus 1 you have to calculate. Minus 1. Whatever value you have given, this minus 1 substring it will take. So here it is BCD you are going to get. BCD will be saved in U. BCD will be saved in U. Please see that substring has one important point here. Substring will returns you from starting location, and the index at the end is minus 1. Minus 1 you have to calculate. That is BCD. Very good. The chat box people are responding good. Now concatenate method. This concatenate method and the plus sign is equal. There is a plus, right? Plus symbol and as well as concatenate method. Both are for same purpose only. Both are for same purpose. You can use either plus or you can use the concat function. Concat method. Function and that method is you can use the replace method. You can use replace method if you want to replace any character. You can replace. You can see hello dot replace L comma W. This is a source, and if you want to replace, you can replace. Right? Hope you have understood. Now let us see trim. And some people have told already in the chat box the trim method. This trim method will be used for removing the white spaces either left side of a string or right side of a string, not in the middle. Please note it is very, very important. Not in the middle. So it will remove the white spaces left side of a string as well as right side of a string, but not in the middle. So you need to understand like that. Trim will remove the white spaces. Yeah, you can change the case of the characters. So if you want to convert all the characters into uppercase, you can use two uppercase method. If you want to convert the all the characters into lowercase, you can use two lowercase function. You can use two lowercase function. Yeah, there are some limitations in string. You can override that limitation with the help of string buffer class. So what is a mutable string? Mutable string in the sense you can modify it. You can modify it. A string that can be modified or changed is known as mutable string. String buffer and string builder are the classes are used for creating the mutable strings. So the main difference between string and string buffer is string is immutable while the string buffer is mutable in nature. Mutable in the sense you can change. Let us see a small overview on string buffer. String buffer is synchronized and allows us to mutate the string. You can change the string. You can modify. You can add the characters into a string. In case of normal string, it is not possible, right? Or the variables which you have created, the objects which you have created with the help of string buffer only, you can change it. If you have created any variable with the help of string, you can't modify. If you have created any string with the help of string buffer class, you can modify it. Right. So you can append the characters, you can insert the characters, you can delete the characters, you can reverse the characters, you can replace the characters, and a lot of operations you can do with the string buffer. Alright, the string builder is same as string buffer, almost same. The string builder class is not synchronized and hence the single threaded environment. You see, here it is single threaded environment. You see, string builder, you can't synchronize it. That we will see in another class I will discuss, and I will post some videos on multi-threading where you will understand what is synchronization and the synchronization. Please watch, and I am posting in my YouTube channel. You can subscribe there. So you can see a string tokenizer. This is another very important in terms of interview rooms. String tokenizer. This string tokenizer is something like a portion of a string that is separated from another portion of that particular string. You can see string s1 is equal to is within double quotes I am writing. This is a first class. If you are writing like this, S1 consists of this is a first class. Then what are the tokens? This is one token, is another token, A is another token, first is another token, class is another token. That is what different tokens you can have. Different tokens you can have. Token in the sense of portion of a string. This is a portion of a string. It is a portion of a string, and the string tokenizer class contained in java.lambda package, and you can break a string into separate tokens. So particularly useful when your situation you want to read and process one token at a time. And like if you want to count how many characters are present in a line. Sorry, how many words present in a line. You see, when the string tokenizer is used is when you want to find out how many words are present in the particular line, then the string tokenizer will be helpful. This is a relationship, and for all object is a root class. We have a string buffer, string builder, string tokenizer, and the string buffer implements comparable interface, and char sequence is for all the three. Rest of the string buffer, string builder, and the string tokenizer will implements char sequence, right? So thank you all, and if you have any doubts, you can type on the chat box quickly. I'll respond. So please respond in the chat box if you have any doubts. So I'll close the session. So I have a small doubt. when you have to use string and when you have to use string buffer. Please respond to the chat box. I have a doubt. You know, you are not asking any doubts. When you have to use string and when you have to use the string builder or string buffer. Please respond in the chat box. When you have to use a string and when you have to use the string buffer. So for creating a mutable strings, string buffer is used. Very good. So when you want to change, strings, you can use. When you want to modify a string, then you will use string buffer. Very good. And the object value, if you want to change, we'll use it. When we want to create a mutable objects, we should use string buffer. Very good. I see not. Okay. What else? Good. Good. So I thank you all for kind attention. So